Hello, this is Terry Dean of MyMarketingCoach.com, where you earn more, work less, and enjoy life. And anybody who knows me knows my wife and I, we moved to Florida a little over a year ago. And we really like the area that we live in. We think it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of outdoor activities. We like the weather. We especially love the fact that we're out of those cold conditions in Indiana in the winter. We like all the events that go on and everything else. There's been one thing that's been a real annoyance, and that's the fact that since we've moved to Florida, I've seen more bad drivers than I think I've seen in all my days before this. And the big issue being, you'll be driving down the road, and as you're driving down the road, somebody just pulls out in front of you. And I'm talking, there'll be nobody in front of you, nobody behind you, somebody sitting at a stop sign on a side street. They can't miss you. Yet they'll wait right till you get in front of them and they pull out in front of you. You slam the brakes, so you get in the other lane, and that's like really common around here. And I ended up, this discussion somehow came up while I was at the optometrist, and he told me the reason it's like that in this area is because there's so many blind drivers. There's so many people who can't see, they're out on the road that shouldn't have a license. And he ends up testing them all the time where they came into his practice, and there's no way they should have been able to drive in, he told me. So it's kind of interesting because I see the same thing in the internet business world online, because there's a lot of people who've maybe picked up an ebook, maybe they picked up 3 or 4 ebooks, and they are now the instant internet guru. They are a blind driver. They're the blind leading the blind, and they're instantly this guru because they read this book. They're going to help you with your business. And you can see that people do that in all types of different online business scenarios. They're now the expert because they read this, or they've had one success story. There's one way that they've succeeded. They made money one way, and now they're instantly the expert, and it works in all situations. And I'll give you a clue here. One of the easiest ways to spot people like that are people who say that some specific internet marketing method works all the time, always. They say it always works and it never fails. I found through experience and testing in a lot of different markets with a lot of different clients, there's very few things that work all the time. That's why we talk so much about testing in the online marketplace. So that's a good clue to keep an eye on some of those blind drivers and broke gurus that you're going to find out there. Because just like we have these blind drivers in this area that are dangerous, and you have to practice defensive driving to stay alive around here, it's the same way in the online business space. You really have to practice defensive driving and keep an eye out for people who are going to give you bad advice that they just read out of a book, or advice that they've only tested one time and they haven't seen it in a multitude of different businesses. So just keep your eye out, stay safe, and build your business online.